Hello, and welcome to another Simon Sleep story. Tonight, we'll be heading to the neon lights of Las Vegas. So, lay your head down on the pillow. Take a deep, soothing breath in, and now gently release it. Another breath in, filling your lungs with calm. And slowly let it out, letting go of any tension, letting go of the day. And as you breathe, notice your body softening. Let your shoulders drop down. Your jaw loosens. And your eyes rest heavier. You are safe, you are comfortable. And tonight, you are about to take a journey to Las Vegas. The desert air is warm tonight, carrying with it a softness that settles over the great city of Las Vegas. Above, the sky is painted in deep velvet shades of midnight blue, with stars flickering faintly, distant and steady, beyond the glow of the city lights. A gentle breeze drifts through the air, carrying a hint of desert sage, and the faint warmth of the sand that still holds the memory of the day's sun. Tonight you will take a journey, not in haste, not with noise or distraction, but a calm, soothing pace. Together we will drift through the shimmering landscape of Las Vegas at night, exploring not the rush or chaos that some might expect, but the beauty, the wonder, and the subtle magic that exists when the city is viewed with quiet appreciation. You find yourself at the very edge of the famous Las Vegas Strip, where neon signs rise tall like glowing guardians, their colors reflecting in the glossy black windows of sleek hotels. The sounds are gentle tonight, muffled laughter in the distance, the hum of traffic moving slowly, and the occasional soft melody of a saxophone played by a street performer. It's not overwhelming. Instead, it feels like background music, a steady rhythm to walk beside. As you begin your journey, notice how the air feels, warm but comfortable. Your steps are slow, easy, and unhurried. Each movement brings you deeper into the night, deeper into the experience of this luminous city. The Strip is alive, but not in a way that feels too fast or too loud. Instead, it feels welcoming, like a dreamscape painted with lights. Towering hotels rise above you, each with its own style. Some are designed to look like palaces, adorned with golden windows that shimmer softly under the night sky. Others are sleek and modern, their sharp lines glowing with electric blues, silvers, and reds. And still others appear like works of fantasy, replicas of distant lands, offering you the feeling that you could step across the threshold and be transported to another world. You pause for a moment outside one of the grand fountains, where water dances in arcs and spirals. The sound of the fountain is soothing, almost hypnotic, as streams of water leap upward and fall gracefully into the pool below. The lights hidden beneath the surface change colours slowly, soft pink to blue, then golden yellow, and finally a peaceful white. Watching the fountain feels calming, as though the city itself is offering you a moment of quiet serenity amidst the lights. The air carries with it the scent of sweet flowers planted in neat rows along the walkways, mingling with a faint aroma of rich coffee drifting from a nearby cafe. You imagine how it might feel to sit at one of the outdoor tables, sipping something warm, simply watching the night unfold before you. But now you continue onward, strolling towards one of the city's most iconic sights. Soon the Eiffel Tower replica comes into view, its lights glowing a gentle golden hue against the deep night sky. It stands tall, elegant, a reminder of Paris, yet firmly rooted here in the desert of Nevada. Beneath its steel lattice, you notice the steady hum of voices, couples, families, travelers from around the world. But as you stand there, gazing upward, all you feel is a sense of stillness. The structure is beautiful, yet in this moment, it belongs to you alone. A beacon of calm light in the night. Walking further, you pass through a shaded courtyard filled with small trees and lanterns strung between them. The glow is soft here, less like the sharp neon of the strip and more like candlelight. You hear the gentle strum of a guitar from a performer sitting quietly at the edge of the courtyard. The music is slow, almost like a lullaby, the notes carrying easily through the air, weaving into the fabric of the night. You pause a moment to listen, your breathing slowing, your shoulders releasing any tension that might have been holding. Beyond the courtyard, you step back onto the strip, where grand entrances to casinos and hotels invite visitors with dazzling displays of light. Yet instead of being pulled into the noise and energy, you simply observe from a place of peace. The signs sparkle, the doors open and close, but you remain steady, unhurried, drifting along the night tour with calm curiosity. In the distance, you see the great Luxor Pyramid, its dark triangular shape rising against the night, crowned by the beam of light that shines straight into the sky. The beam is steady, unwavering, like a pillar connecting earth to stars. You pause for a while, gazing at it, and imagine how far into the heavens that light might stretch. Perhaps all the way into the galaxies beyond, a reminder that even in the busiest of cities, there are connections to the vast quiet of the universe. You continue your journey, each step feeling lighter than the one before. The night seems to hold you, guiding you, showing you the softer side of Las Vegas, where light is not chaos, but comfortable, and sound is not noise, but rhythm. To your right, a grand Venetian palace rises into view. Its towers are illuminated in ivory light, arches reflected in the still water of the canals below. The canal itself winds gracefully, carrying slow-moving gondolas that glide under the arched bridges. The soft ripple of water fills the air, blending with the faint laughter of passengers and the warm voices of gondoliers singing melodies from faraway Italy. You lean on the stone railing for a moment, watching the water shimmer with reflections of blue, gold, and silver. The gentle motion of the gondolas is mesmerizing. It feels like watching dreams float across the surface of the night. The calm of the canal, with its soothing sounds and soft glow, creates a pocket of peace in the heart of the city. When you step back onto the path, you notice how the energy of Las Vegas is layered. There is excitement for some, but for you, there is only tranquility. Each sound, each light, each scent feels softened, as though the city has shifted its tone, creating this personal night tour designed only for your relaxation. Ahead, you notice a grand garden tucked between hotels. You step into it, and the shift is immediate. The sounds of the strip fade into a background hum. While here, you hear only the rustle of palm leaves in the warm desert breeze. Small lanterns line the pathways, guiding you through clusters of flowering plants and neatly trimmed hedges. The fragrance of jasmine and rose drifts through the air, delicate and soothing. At the center of the garden lies a small pool of water, perfectly still, like glass. The reflection of the stars above dances gently across its surface, as though the night sky has been invited to rest upon the earth just for a moment. You pause here, feeling as though time itself has slowed. Breathing deeply, the air feels clean, lighter, and filled with the quiet magic of this hidden oasis. When you leave the garden and return to the strip, your eyes are drawn to the great fountains of the Bellagio. Tonight they perform a slow, graceful dance of water and light. Streams leap high into the air before drifting back down, mist catching the glow of nearby lamps. The music is soft and orchestral, the notes rising and falling like the fountain's own rhythm. Watching the water dance feels hypnotic, like watching the steady flicker of a candle or the ebb and flow of the tide. The fountains rise again, then settle low, in a cycle that seems to mirror your own breathing. In and out, rising and falling. You feel yourself becoming more and more relaxed, the energy of the day washing away, leaving only calm. When the performance ends, the water settles, the pool still once more. The faint sound of applause drifts through the air from other watchers, but you hear it only as a soft echo, a background detail. What stays with you is the peace of the fountains, the way they rose and fell in harmony with the night. You continue walking, and ahead the strip opens wide, lined with more shimmering signs, each one glowing like a constellation. Some sparkle in reds and golds, others in cool blues and whites, and together they form a glowing corridor of light. But instead of overwhelming, it feels as though you are walking through a living dream, a place where imagination and reality blur. Eventually, your eyes are drawn to a great castle, rising in the distance, its turrets glowing in shapes of sapphire, ruby, and emerald. The Excalibur stands proudly, its design playful and dreamlike, as though it has been lifted from the pages of a fairy tale. You imagine knights and kings, stories of quests and adventures, but tonight there is no battle, no noise, only the glow of soft lights against the sky, like a storybook illustration come gently to life. You take a seat on a low stone wall nearby, resting for a moment. The stone feels cool beneath you, a grounding sensation against the warmth of the desert air. Looking around, you notice how the lights of the strip stretch endlessly in both directions, each one leading deeper into the night. The journey feels infinite, yet never rushed. You are not in a hurry, and there is no destination you must reach. The story is not about where you are going, but the gentle unfolding of each moment along the way. The night deepens as you stand once more and continue your journey. The sky above feels closer now, the stars more visible beyond the glow of the city. You notice the quiet sweep of a shooting star, streaking for just a moment before vanishing into the velvet sky. You smile softly, feeling the small wonder of the universe even here in the center of a desert city filled with light. The strip curves gently as you walk onward, leading you past towering hotels that rise like glowing mountains of glass and steel. Their surfaces catch reflections from one another, creating ripples of color across their windows. It feels like walking through a living kaleidoscope, yet the movement of light is soft and slow, never overwhelming. Each shimmer seems to drift gently into your vision and then dissolve again, like clouds passing in the sky. Soon you arrive near the Mirage. Outside its entrance, a tropical garden greets you with tall palm trees, swaying in the night breeze. Small pools of water ripple quietly, reflecting the golden lamps placed carefully among the greenery. You pause for a moment, leaning against the railing, letting your eyes rest on the stillness of the garden. Faint floral scent lingers in the air, orchids, perhaps mixed with the sweetness of hibiscus. You hear the murmur of water as it flows down small stone cascades, a miniature waterfall hidden among the plants. The sound is steady and calming, like a soft lullaby sung by the earth itself. The city seems far away here, though you know it surrounds you on every side. The garden feels like a secret pocket of serenity, waiting for those who take the time to notice. When you leave the garden, your path takes you further down the strip, where Treasure Island rises, with its glowing sails and warm lantern light. Once this was a place of pirates and adventure shows, but tonight it feels quiet, still and welcoming. The sails above it lit in golden hues, while the dark wood of the facade glows warmly in the night. You imagine a ship gently rocking on calm waters, drifting towards some distant horizon. The thought brings a sense of ease, as though you too are carried forward on waves, not rushing, not struggling, but gliding steadily along a peaceful current. Further along, you catch sight of the Wynn and Encore twin towers, rising elegantly into the night sky. Their curved walls gleam with copper and bronze tones, reflecting the glow of passing lights. You pause to admire the way that their design seems almost organic, like the smooth lines of a desert dune shaped by centuries of wind. Standing beneath them, you feel small, but not insignificant, more like a traveller gazing at ancient mountains, awed by their present, yet comforted by their silent strength. As you move on, the city reveals more wonders. the Venetian bridges, the Parisian tower, the castles and pyramids all blend together into a dreamscape where one moment you are in Europe, the next in Egypt, and the next in a shimmering fantasy. Yet instead of confusion, it brings a sense of playfulness, as though the world has decided to gather its most enchanting sights into one glowing pathway. Your steps carry you into a quieter stretch now, where the traffic thins and the sounds soften. The glow of the lights continues, but more spread out, less crowded. Here the desert night begins to make itself felt again. You notice the scent of sand and sage drifting faintly on the wind. Above, the stars are shining brighter, reclaiming their place in the sky beyond the glow of neon. You take a deep breath, letting the desert air fill your lungs. It's dry, clean, and somehow timeless. That air has passed over the mountains, through the canyons, across the wide open spaces that surround this city of light. You feel connected not only to Las Vegas, but to the greater desert that holds it, vast and eternal. In the distance, you notice the great high roller wheel slowly turning against the night sky. Its lights shift gently from blue to pink, from green to white, tracing a slow circle that seems to match the rhythm of the night itself. You wander closer, and as you stand beneath it, you tilt your head back and take in its full height. Each capsule glides with serene steadiness, moving so slowly that time itself feels stretched. The wheel turns, and you imagine yourself inside one of its cabins, lifted slowly above the city. From that view, the strip would glow like a ribbon of jewels laid out upon the desert floor. The lights would stretch far into the distance until they faded into the quiet blackness of the desert beyond. The thought alone fills you with calm perspective. The city, vibrant and alive, yet surrounded by endless stillness. You continue along the path, crossing a wide pedestrian bridge that carries you over the traffic below. From this higher vantage point, the strip stretches in both directions, glowing endlessly. Cars move like streams of light, the headlights drifting steadily along, each one a tiny point in the city's living heartbeat. You pause here, leaning against the railings, watching the flow. The movement is constant, but never hurried. It is simply part of the rhythm of the night. When you step down from the bridge, you find yourself near the Linq promenade. This stretch feels different, narrower, more intimate, lined with smaller shops, glowing windows, and soft music spilling gently from the open doors. The sound of laughter echoes lightly through the night, but it is not sharp or jarring. Instead, it feels like a warm background hum, blending with the breeze, the footsteps, the occasional rustle of leaves from potted palms. You walk slowly down this path, enjoying the closeness of it. Here, the city feels like a small town at night, inviting and easy, rather than vast and overwhelming. The warm glow of string lights draped between buildings adds to the intimacy, softening the edges of the night, wrapping the promenade in comfort. At the end of the walkway, you pause once more to gaze back at the strip. Its glow seems softer now, as though the city has exhaled, settling in to a quieter rhythm. You feel yourself sinking deeper into calm, the journey carrying you further away from thought and closer into rest. The night deepens as you move past the Linq promenade, The glow of neon seems softer now, more distant, as though the city itself has begun to slow its pace, settling into its own gentle rhythm. The desert air feels cooler, brushing against your skin like a whisper. You continue walking, and soon the great pyramid of the Luxor appears again in the distance. Its sharp lines etched against the night, the beam of light still stretches skyward, steady and unwavering, like a silver thread connecting Earth and the stars. As you draw closer, you pause to gaze at it once more. This time, you imagine the light not just as a landmark, but as a guide, reaching beyond the noise of the world into the vastness of the universe. It feels eternal, a reminder of something greater than all the glitter and gold, a quiet connection to the infinite. Nearby, the Sphinx rests, massive and serene, watching over the strip with an expression of both calm and timeless. Its stone gaze is steady, as though it has seen countless nights and will see countless more. You stand in its shadow, feeling a sense of protection and peace. The ancient shape, recreated here in the desert of Nevada, feels strangely fitting. Two worlds blending, the old and the new, both united in the stillness of night. As you move past, the strip begins to taper. Its busiest lights behind you, fewer people walk here, fewer sounds echo through the air. The city feels like it is sighing, the energy softening, the glow fading gently into the surrounding desert. You follow a quiet path that leads you slightly away from the main road, where palm trees rise in neat rows. Lamps cast pools of golden light upon the pavement, while the breeze rustles softly through the leaves above. Here, you feel as though you've stepped into a dream within the dream, a Las Vegas that belongs only to you, peaceful, private, timeless. You walk until you reach a small overlook at the edge of the strip. From here, the view stretches wide. The strip itself glows in the distance, a ribbon of light unfurled across the desert floor. Beyond it, the desert spreads endlessly, dark and quiet, its silence wrapping the horizon. Above, the stars gleam brighter now, freed from some of the city's glow. You can see constellations scattered like jewels across the velvet sky. You sit down on a smooth stone bench at the overlook. The seat feels cool beneath you, grounding you, steadying you. You rest your hands on your lap, breathing in deeply, exhaling slowly. From here, the city seems far away, almost like a dream you've wandered through. You think back to the glowing fountains, the gentle gondolas, the towers of light, the great wheel turning slowly into the sky. Each part of the journey feels vivid, yet softened, like memories of dreams that blur at the edges but remain warm at the core. The city has shown you its wonders, but in this quiet place at the edge, you feel something deeper, the balance of light and silence, the energy and stillness. Las Vegas is alive, yes, but it also knows how to rest, how to hold you in its glow without overwhelming, how to remind you that even in the brightest of places, peace can always be found. You lean back slightly, tilting your head towards the stars. The night sky stretches endlessly, infinite and calm. The desert air is steady, cool against your skin. The glow of the strip, shimmers in the distance like a cluster of fireflies resting on the earth. Your eyelids feel heavy now, softened by the long, gentle walk. Your breathing is slowed, deep and even. Each inhale brings in the stillness of the desert. Each exhale releases any last trace of tension. The journey is complete. You have walked the Strip, admired its lights, found peace in its gardens, fountains, and hidden corners. You have wandered through dreamlike places and felt the rhythm of the city without being carried away by its pace. Now, all that remains is the quiet, the calm, the gentle drift towards rest. Let yourself sink into that calm now. The night holds you, steady and safe. The lights are behind you, glowing gently in the memory, and before you lies only stillness, only rest. You breathe deeply once more, letting the air fill you, letting it soften every muscle, every thought. Then you exhale, releasing, surrendering to the night. Las Vegas fades into a soft glow, like a lantern seen from far away. The desert sky darkens, the stars shimmer, and you drift slowly, peacefully, deeply into sleep. Good night.